Hello everybody, it's Chibi, and today I'm here to bring you all the weekly anime review of Ushio to Tora. I can't get enough of this series. None of us can get enough of this series. I see week after week, every time I look through the comments, YouTubers are saying this series is like a blast from the past, and it's just so fucking fun to watch. And I feel the exact same. It's likewise mutual feelings. I feel exactly the same like all of you do, because all of us, I think, are astonished to see how good Ushio to Tora is doing. It just feels like I'm a kid again. It really does. And it's like I'm tuning in each week as if I'm a kid, like if I'm 8 or 10 or whatever, and just watching a good anime series for the first time, like it's my first time watching an anime. That's kind of what this reminds me of. And it feels so good coming week after week on Friday and watching this wonderful series. So, with this week's episode of Ushio to Tora, it continues the Monster of the Week formula, which is not a bad thing, because I was already kind of prepared for this type of formula, because a bunch of Chibits told me in the first episode that Ushio to Tora, most likely, majority of it, probably about 80% of it, it might turn out to be Monster of the Week, and then eventually end into some plot, because supposedly they're trying to adapt, like, a bunch of different volumes from the manga, and there's supposed to be, like, I think 37 episodes. I think there's gonna be 37 episodes. I think I am correct about that. But yeah, that's a lot of content, and so I'm expecting some great things and some great character development, because we're already seeing character development taking place in this week's episode of Ushio to Tora. Even though it's very small, and you don't really see much change, there is character development taking place this week in this episode, especially for Tora, and also Ushio got some, but mainly for Tora. So let's, talk about these individual points of the episode. So the main premise of the episode, besides being in a Monster of the Week formula, introducing a new monster, and then the monster getting defeated by the end of the episode, and then, rehash that formula into the next week's episode. That's kind of what the premise is, but it mainly comes down to some of the details that were given to us as the viewer. So we come to find out that the monster that pops up in this week's episode supposedly was sealed away by a priestess or a shrine maiden, and this monster, this demon, decided that it wanted to get revenge, wanted to seek out the person that sealed it to get revenge and devour that person. And in the act of this, it eventually has it to where this demon wants to hunt down Ushio's friend that we know of since the first episode. Come to find out, she says like she's not related to this person, but I'm willing to bet the way that was done and the way she looks very similar to that priestess from the past, I'm willing to believe that Ushio's friend, the girl, is most likely a reincarnation of that priestess. It's, I think, pretty fucking obvious. This is a shonen, and the way it's an old classical shonen at that, especially with the way that was done, it's safe to assume that she most likely has some form of spiritual powers. I'm assuming that. So, we'll most likely get more on those type of details later on down the road, but I feel like that was actually kind of a precursor to more to her character later on down the road. And then Tora. Tora's actual setup in this, Tora kind of figures out stuff to eat besides human meat, because as we know, he wants to eat Ushio, because, he's been trapped for 500 fucking years, and kind of he's similar to the situation that was in this episode, if you think about it, because the head demons wanted to eat the priestess because they were locked away, sealed away, to get their revenge, and Tora's kind of the exact same way. He was sealed away by the battle spear by Ushio's ancestors. Tora wanted to eat Ushio to get revenge. So it kind of is similar, very similar, but Tora took a direction to where he's going to try to eat different things instead of just trying to go after humans, because humans have changed. They have perfume and cologne. He doesn't like that smell. They have these weird metal objects on him, and it's just not something he likes to deal with. So it seems like he might switch over to hamburgers, which is gonna be fucking funny. Like, obviously the way that was set up, that most likely might be one of the main things that he's going to start eating on, because I highly doubt, since Tora is one of the main characters, that he's going to eat humans. There's probably going to be an arc in the future, maybe he's going to try, but I don't think at this time he's going to be really evil. He's slowly changing into being a good person. That's what's going on right now. And then Tora, the other things that he did is kind of how he was helping out humans too. Like, he helped someone, even though it was for his own selfish desires, he wanted to eat someone, he still helped someone out. So it goes to show you, he's not all that bad as a person. And then moving over to Ushio, Ushio actually said sorry to Tora, like, I'm sorry for accusing you, so that showed you that he's starting to accept Tora for who he is, and that he can't blame him all the time for certain issues that happen in the town. So yeah, there was some really good stuff taking place in this week's episode of Ushio to Tora. I love it quite a bit, and you can't get enough of this series, so tell me your thoughts in the comments below. Please be safe. Chibi out.